The other day I was talking to somebody who had to bury her mom after a long illness, and she was very elderly. She was telling me how her mom grew up in the Depression and during World War II and married shortly after the war and raised a family. And we usually refer to those people as the greatest generation. They were extraordinary in so many ways, but normally we're thinking of the Marines and the soldiers who stormed the beaches in Normandy and conquered the tyranny of the Nazis. But it was also the women of that time were extraordinary, and we've always had it in our lore and our culture about Rosie the Riveter, the ones who stayed home and worked the factories, and the women who were so strong, and her mom was one of those. And today we would probably look at that and say, well, they were terribly deprived. They didn't have the opportunities for happiness and success and wealth and travel and pleasure that we have today. And yet, all that adversity and all that difficulty they had in growing up and the huge challenges that they had forged them into a certain type of person that we really admire. They didn't have as many outlets for self-realization and self-expression that we do today. They didn't have as many choices, perhaps, as we've got today. But they had something precisely because they came through hard times. They had a sense of duty and responsibility. They had a sense of integrity, of loyalty to others, and of commitment. And in many ways, their personalities were deepened and enriched precisely because they had to go through so much trial and suffering. And maybe it's good for us to reflect on that. The more we avoid challenges and struggles and suffering and difficulty, maybe the less we are as persons. Maybe it's really adversity that makes us strong.